I'm here with Leah Darrow and the beautiful, beautiful Violet. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. Now tell us what's been going on since we last saw you at Catholic TV.
Well, I'm married and I have 3 babies. So I have Agnes, who's 3, Ambrose is 1, and Violet is 4 months old.
That's fabulous. I remember when you were in Boston for the women's conference,
Yes.
and we were talking about how we found our loved one, how we found the person who we were meant to be in a marriage in Christ. Tell us about that process for you.
I think it probably started around the time of my conversion, actually, when I had my reversion back to the faith, because that was just a desire to be loved. And I think that I had to make sure that I found Christ in my heart first before I could allow any other man to come in. And I needed to open up my heart to Christ and let him love me and forgive me and explain myself to me before I could even think about a relationship with somebody else. And so having that relationship with Christ and finding that love in him allowed me later on to be open to Ricky, who God brought into my life back in 2008. I first met him then, and then just didn't work out at the time. There's a lot of things going on. He was in the Army. He was getting ready to be deployed, so we just became friends. And which I was very frustrated with, like, God, why did you bring me this amazing man, and then I can't do anything about it? But he just wanted us to have a friendship, and so we were able to build up a friendship for 4 years, and then God reintroduced Ricky back into my life, and then before you know it, it was like, that was it. Yeah.
Such a beautiful story, and certainly your story and your reversion story starts with beauty, with your start on America's Next Top Model. And then to have that patience and that willingness to cooperate with a plan that you didn't really want.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that frustration and how it led to this beauty.
Well, I think it was really good for me. Like, the culture in our world is all about, instant gratification, things as fast as you can, as quick as you can, get it. And it's all about just wanting to be happy. But being happy doesn't always mean that it's good, that it's leading you to something good. But if you strive for goodness, if you strive for what the Lord wants and being good and those beautiful virtues, happiness comes along with that. So we have to get the order right. And for me, I think it was more about just trying to get that order right in my life. So after coming off of Top Model and being in the world, I was so used to that instant gratification that God really needed me to have that, to understand that fortitude and that patience, to persevere and to wait for something that was truly good. I think that's a beautiful thing. And if people who are single or not married yet, that waiting period is not a waiting room. It's not like you're just sitting around doing nothing. But you are actively pursuing Christ in your day-to-day life and in yourself and in others. And then God will bring you that person, if you're called to marriage, in his time, and it'll be perfect.
I agree, and certainly, as we're around Valentine's Day, and there's so many of these artificial signs of love, how can a person determine authentic love? And certainly for you, and for many of us, when you're waiting for the one, you're not in a waiting room, as you say. How do you figure out that authentic love, just not the once-a-year holiday thing?
Well, the once-a-year holiday thing drives me up a wall. Like, even when I was single, it still drove me nuts. I didn't like it. I felt like it forced single people to feel lonely, and it forced people who had someone to feel like they had to do something special to remind them of their love. That should truly be a daily thing. But I think what love should also be is it's of service to another. And it's not just a romantic love. Like St. Mother Teresa said that we have forgotten that we belong to one another. So I think especially on Valentine's Day, the best thing we could do is to go out and serve someone else, to love someone else, to take care of them, go to a food pantry, go give blankets to homeless people, go do something of service to another to showcase that we are a family, we are a human family for one another. And we have to remember that love is so much deeper than just this romantic, sweet love. And that is beautiful, and it's a part of it. But as any married couple knows, as any married couple who's been married 20, 30, 40, 50 years, there's a deeper love that you experience when you can truly know the person and love the person in all their imperfections.
It's truly a beautiful thing that you portray there, and that authentic love that we feel in Jesus Christ and through the people who he leads us to and for. So tell us now, so this beautiful Violet and your beautiful family, what are you doing now? You're on the speaking circuit and you're sharing your great ideas. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I'm still speaking. I'm still going around and speaking, sharing my witness story, and then also speaking on true beauty, true love, and sharing that. So you can find out that at my website. But I also been doing more writing and have a few more projects coming up. I've got a new book coming out next year called Drowning in Beauty. So trying to also remember that my vocation is Christ and is the family Christ brought me. So the great things I'll do in this world won't be on a stage and with a microphone. It'll be taking care of my babies and loving my husband and loving Christ in them and loving others. So I'm just trying to stay focused on that.
That's great. And what's the website?
LeahDarrow.com.
That's great. Thanks. It's a wonderful story of love, of beauty, on this particularly beautiful holiday of Saint Valentine's Day. Thanks so much, Leah, for being with us.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having me.
Violet. And now back to the rest of This Is the Day.